All right, you guys, I need you to ask yourself a question. Ask yourself a question. Okay? If we took if we took Gypsy Rose Blanchard out of the equation, would Nicholas Godejohn ever have killed Dee Dee? And I think we know the answer is no. Ask yourself, do you think he would have ever killed or harmed anyone else in his whole life? Otherwise, we've heard his mother and everyone else say he's never heard a plea. He's got no criminal history. He's got no kind. I mean, he's got no kind of history of hurting anyone, anything like that ever. No, he wouldn't hurt a plea. Never done anything like that. His mother, in the interview, said, "I was, no, Nick. I'm sorry, Nick said in the interview, my mom was telling me to stay in the hotel room, just stay in the room because she was fearful for me." That's the kind of guy that they looked at him as. Do you understand that? Just stay in the hotel room because I'm scared. I don't even want you out. No, I don't even want you out of the hotel by yourself. Do you understand, guys? This all means something. All right? We know Nicholas wouldn't have done anything else. Certainly not to Dee Dee. But at the same time, you must ask yourself, take Nicholas out of the equation and Gypsy's still there. Would she have found someone else to do it or herself have done it? Of course she would have. Of course she would have eventually, okay? As evidenced by she was just searching for any kind of random dude, and she found one that she knew that she could manipulate enough. What if we ever get all the full records of all the things she was doing online? If some people get that, other guys she was talking on dating sites, or other guys on Facebook, or other guys in mess. If we get all that shit, we're going to see how she sought out someone like that. She wasn't dating Nicholas Godejohn, or supposedly, in spite of his disabilities. She sought him out because of them. Okay, they targeted him for this very reason. And I ask you, she would have found someone else, or she would have done it herself. Okay, as evidenced also by when she shot her mother with the BB gun over and over. I can just see it. She was probably just kept shooting her, yelling, "God, won't you die, bitch?" Right? She said, she fucked up and admitted and said, "Oh, I thought it was a real gun." Okay. Well, actually, then she formed intent for first-degree fucking murder attempted. She had intent to kill her mother with the gun because she believed it was a real one and was shooting her over and over with it. All right, you can't forget about these things, guys. He would have never ever done anything like this, nor did he want to. And I'm telling you, he came and he stabbed into a dead body. I think she even assisted him to do that, and that's the secret he won't tell. I don't think he could even do it on his own. Okay? I don't think he could even do it on his own, and I think she assisted him. And that's the secret he doesn't want to keep. He wants to keep. Okay? He would have never hurt her or anyone else if it wasn't for this bitch. Lori, the text messages from his ex-girlfriend or friend or whatever, Lori. Remember? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this. It defies nature. I got to go against nature, but I'll do it. I'll do what I have to do to keep her. I'll do anything to keep her. I'll do it if I have to. Come on, guys. That's not someone that wants to kill his mother. How about in the police interview to him? So why did you want to kill her mother? Why did you come and want to do that to her? Why did you want to kill her mother? Well, if I'm being honest here, actually, Gypsy asked me to kill her. You know, it's like then over and over, like, come on, guys, we're going to see all this. She was gone when he got there, man. And he was coerced as all hell into it. She coerced him into it and made him think they were doing a binding ritual so they could be wed together. And that's the only way they could be together, was to escape her and for them to be wed together, was to do that. That is what she did. She used love, a twisted religion type thing, and all this shit to manipulate this dude. This is what happened, guys. This is all that happened. She did the sacrifice. She tortured her. Then they killed her. Then they drained her blood. Then they did the big cleanup. And then they staged it for Nick to come. And then they all left except Gypsy. This isn't difficult, guys. And then they've got her drained with no signs of blood splatter, no signs of anything, no signs of injury, no signs of a fight, no signs of anything in that bed, in that bedroom. You don't think she would have put up some kind of fight or something? Whoever did it. No, but she's just laying in the bed with a bunch of stab wounds on her neck. Be quiet, Nick. Just go ahead and go in there and finish her off real quick. Guys, this isn't that difficult. This isn't really that complex what happened. Okay? They did everything in the kitchen. Gone in the kitchen. There's blood all over the place. There's no blood anywhere in there except for on the sheet. They moved her with the sheets to the bed. Then they cleaned up all, and then they left. And then Gypsy had him come over. If this was the deal, why would she have left him over, made him stay there till 2 in the morning? You guys think. He's texting her and all this. She's going, oh, not yet. I'm still making my deal. And you guys want to say something so stupid like, well, she was talking about going to go off and have sex with Dan one more time. That's what that was. That's what that was. No, it wasn't. They were all there. All of them were in the home doing this to Dee Dee. And when they got done, they moved her to the bed. And then they started doing the clown up and staging for him to come. He had to think she was still alive, or he wouldn't go for the binding ritual. He's not going to stab into a dead body. He couldn't go for Gypsy saying, well, I already finished her off, but you just, okay, no, that wasn't going to work, man. So they had to trick him into thinking she was alive by playing that recording. Okay? And then they had to get him to pick up the knife and stab into her with that particular knife with the fingerprints on it. And then she was supposed to have sex with him, get his semen in her, scratch him, get the DNA of his under her fingerprints, and look like she was trying to defend herself. That's a defensive measure. This is all by direction of David Blanchard. And then she was supposed to get with David Blanchard. Them, they're going to come over and be the hero and call the police. And oh, he went and snapped and hated my mom and killed her. Look, stabbed her up. And again, after they had sex, I told you, blindfold him, hands behind his back, or who knows what. They may have just, she may have just handled it that way. And then once she got the semen in her, went on, took off on him, stabbed him up, undid him, got rid of that shit, and there you go. That's what she was supposed to do. For some reason, she wasn't able to finish it. But surprise, surprise, she fucks everything up. That dumb bitch would fuck up a wet dream. Okay? No one gets arrested when they're doing their sacrifice for murder. No. You put it on someone else. It was supposed to go, it's like Brian Kohlberger. Those girls in that sorority did that, and they put it on him. Look, worked like a charm. It was supposed to be put on him, but he's gone now. The villain's gone. Don't you understand? Poor little Gypsy, the poor little girl in the wheelchair with all the problems and all, and look what she did. She had to see now she first survived Hurricane Katrina. And now she had to see her mother slaughtered by this maniac boyfriend that she thought loved her in front of her. And it turned out he's a dammer type. And then he raped her. And she had to defend herself and kill him. It was either him or her. Do you know what a fucking hero she would have been? And that's what they promised her. Books, movies, famous, the poor little girl, now you're famous, all the riches and money, and then when things simmer down, you can start trafficking children out of the house. We'll get that going again, like you and Mama were doing. This is the deal. That is what happened that night. These animals did the torture and sacrifice of Dee Dee, and they took her out right around midnight. That's when it happened. But we know the text messages between Gypsy and Nick didn't go till 1. That was at 1:39 a.m. on the 10th. They did all this torture shit to her on the 9th, and I'm telling you, right at or around midnight, they took her out. That's what they do with these things. And then they started cleanup. And an hour and a half later, I guess she told him or he called her. It was either one texted, and then he came over. And she's in there. And she's asleep in there. Be quiet. Just go in there and stab her up and finish her off real quick, okay? That's all this is. And then she placed that Barney dinosaur doll that had some kind of recording of her in there. Don't you see how she placed it on the far side of her head like that? She either pressed the button or she could work it from outside. And then he hears, "Who are you?" Which is bullshit. We know that because she knew damn well who he was. But it was supposed to be like, oh, he comes walking in. She wakes up, goes, "Oh, who are you?" and screams and help, oh, and don't hurt me and all this shit. And then he jumps on her back and stabs her a couple times. No, she doesn't make any more noises. She doesn't struggle. And then we're supposed to believe they left, and she laid there and bled internally and just died from that. When her neck was cut from ear to ear here, okay? And she bled out in the kitchen, and they brought her in here. That's what happened. Don't get it fucked up.